Hey everybody, it's Leroy from Leroy Gaming, and today I'm going to start my series of class guides for Baldurs Gate 3. I'm going to be starting with the fighter, and I will be doing 3 separate videos for Battle Master, Eldritch Knight, as well as Champion. Today we're going to start with the Battle Master Subclass. I'm going to be showing progression from level 1 to 12. We are not going to be talking about race options, as those are going to provide flavor, but they're not going to be build defining. I'm also not going to be talking about skill proficiencies, as you can customize those, and depending on whether you're leveling and creating your main character or a secondary character, what you choose may differ. We will start by taking a look at level 1 creation and the most important choices which you're going to make. So that's going to revolve around your ability points. Now what you see here is my recommendation for a general fighter. We're going to go for 16 strength. You could go 17 if you want to lower your charisma and or wisdom, but 16 strength is a nice even number, so you're going to get a +3 modifier to your strength based effects. Now we're doing dexterity at 10 because we want to take advantage of the class being able to have heavy armor, which does not allow any bonuses from dexterity for armor class. Now do not go negative on this, because negative numbers will lower your armor class. 16 constitution is also recommended so that you have lots of health. So again, you can play that tank role if you want. The biggest dump stat's going to be intelligence here. And then wisdom, you'll notice is at 14. The main reason here is there are a lot of wisdom saves in the game, and also perception is a great skill for kind of finding secrets in the world, and we can take advantage of that. Charisma is at 10. Now the other option at level 1 is your fighting style. Universally, I recommend defense, which is going to give you +1 to armor class. But if you want to go more archery focus, you can get the archery for +2 bonus to range weapon attack. For dueling, you can basically, when you use one weapon, one-handed weapon that's not a versatile or two-handed weapon, you're going to get a +2 damage bonus. So this could be an option later on if you're going to be using one-handed and a shield to do a little extra damage. Great weapon fighting obviously is for two-handed characters, and when you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die, it's going to reroll. Protection, when you have a shield, it gives you disadvantages on attacks against your allies when you're within 1.5 meters of them, and you got to be able to see the attacker. You can also choose two-weapon fighting. When you make an attack with your offhand weapon, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. That's important because by default you do not get that. But again, universally you cannot go wrong with the +1 to armor class if you're not sure what you want to choose. Also, as a fighter level 1, get the second win action. This is a bonus action that you're going to be able to use once per short rest, and it's a self heal. Now level 2, the main addition outside of a boost in health, is Action Surge. This is a phenomenal class action. You basically can utilize this and you immediately gain an extra action to use this turn. So this is great for having a full extra action. Early on, it's a way to get double attacks in one round before you hit level 5. And obviously, as you level up, you can utilize this to do some great burst potential. At level 3 is when you choose your subclass, and again we're starting with the Battle Master class, and per description the Battle Masters are paragons of tactical superiority, combining combat maneuvers and experience in the field to dominate every fight. And as noted, you're going to start by getting to choose 3 combat maneuvers. You're going to be able to choose whichever one fits your playstyle. The first one's Commander Strike. You spend an action and react to direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally immediately uses the reaction to make a weapon strike. Now do note that these are all going to be using superiority dice. They're going to refresh when you rest, so you're not going to be able to do these abilities infinitely. The next option is Disarming Attack. Spend a superior die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly force the target to drop the weapon you're holding. This can be very powerful. Distracting Strike. You distract your target, giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll against the target. Evasive Footwork. You can evade attacks by imposing a disadvantage melee attacks against you for a round. Feinting Attack. You can use both your action and bonus action on a turn to attack a target with advantage and deal an additional 1d8 damage. There's Goading Attack. Deal an additional 1d8 damage and attempt to goad the target into attacking you. Target receives disadvantage on attacking any other creatures, so almost kind of like trying to type of taunt. Maneuvering Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage. On hit, select which friendly creature will gain half its movement speed. It will not provoke attacks of opportunity. Then you have Menacing Attack. Spend superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly frighten the target. Frighten effect is very, very powerful in this game. So as you can see here, when the enemy is frightened, they cannot move. They have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. So this can be quite useful. Then you have Precision Attack. You can spend a superior die to add it to the result of the attack roll. Then you have Pushing Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly push a target back 4.5 meters. So it's a nice combination attack, really good with the push effect to push enemies off a cliff, for example. Rally. Expend a superior die to grant an ally 8 temporary hit points, bolstering their resolve. So again, it's kind of a heal for a fighter they can cast on somebody else. Riposte. When a hostile creature misses you with a melee attack, expend a superiority die to retaliate with a powerful strike that deals an additional 1d8 damage. Then you have Sweeping Attack. Swing your weapon in a rapid sweeping arc to attack multiple enemies at once. Royal superior die 4 damage. So again, certain weapons will have a sweeping attack innately that you can use once per short rest. This will either give the weapon you currently have that ability, or it gives you a second way of doing it. And then finally there's Trip Attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack, deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly knocking the target prone. Target must be large or smaller. And again, prone is also another great effect, as you can see here. When an enemy is prone, they cannot move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions, and have disadvantage on strength dexterity save throws. And the most important thing is attacks against a prone creature have advantage if they're made within 3 meters of the creature, so ranged attacks won't get this benefit. A prone creature must spend half its movement to stand up. So the main idea here is make them prone, and then multiple attacks afterwards by you or other characters are going to have advantage. So again, you're going to get to pick 3 of these. You can pick whichever ones you want for level 3. At level 4, you're going to mainly get a feat here. Recommendations for fighters, of course, increasing your ability of by 2 points. For example, strength is probably a top choice for you. Also, probably the most popular feat is going to be Great Weapon Master, as a lot of fighters do go with big two-handed weapons, which allows you, when you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, to make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. This is a great way to add extra full attacks to the fighter class. So that is probably the most popular secondary feat here. Another popular feat is going to be Polearm Master. When attacking with glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, or spear, you can use a bonus action attack with the butt of your weapon. And very importantly, you can also make an opportunity attack when a target comes within range. This is especially useful with weapons like glaives and halberds that are going to have that extra range. So very popular option as well. At level 5, the fighter class is going to receive an extra attack. This is important. This is a full extra attack. in addition to the extra health they're going to get. This is going to basically double your DPS potential for the fighter. Now at level 6, the fighter is going to receive an extra feat. This is different than most other classes who get feats only every 4 levels, but this one, with the fighter, you're gonna get some extra feats. So again, you can go as the previous recommendations. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and select increasing 2 points in the ability improvements. At level 4, I had selected Great Weapon Master for this example. So here again, we want to keep these numbers at even so you can get the max amount of effect out of each upgrade. At level 7, you're gonna get 2 additional maneuvers to pick from the maneuver list. So I had chosen 3 randomly before, and again, this just allows you to pick 2 more that interest you at this level. At level 8, you're gonna get more health and an additional feat. And again, same recommendations as at level 4. In this case, we would, for example, bump up our strength to 20. That's the maximum you can reach with the ability improvement feat. At level 9, you're going to get health and then the class feature Indomitable. You have become as durable as iron and golem. Whenever you fail a saving throw, you can roll again using the new result instead. So this is like advantage, but for all saving throws. The only difference is it obviously rolls if you fail. So again, very, very useful for you to be diversified as far as saving against negative effects. Now level 10 is a really big upgrade for this subclass because you improve your combat superiority dice. So they're going to change it to 1d10 instead of 1d8. And you're also going to get to choose 2 more maneuvers. So again, a nice little upgrade and benefit. At this point, you're getting a real nice selection of options, and they're going to become even more effective for you. Now, level 11, the fighter class is going to get yet another extra attack. It's called Improved Extra Attack. So you can make 2 additional attacks after attacking with your main weapon. So instead of the baseline 1 or 2 as you had at level 5, now you have 3 base attacks plus your bonus attacks. So if you do go this far into fighter, this is a really nice DPS boost. At level 12, you're going to get your final feat. It's likely that your primary stat is maxed out by this point, so you can pick another feat that's really good. If you've chosen Great Weapon Master, for example, maybe you choose something like Polearm Master. Of course, you could have chosen this at earlier levels as well. Another one to mention that's pretty darn good is Savage Attacker. Making weapon attacks, you roll your damage die twice and use the highest roll. That's quite popular, or you can get more health with Tough as an example as well. And finally, a universally useful feat that you can get is Lucky. You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, or make any enemy roll their attack rolls. So this is something that, again, pops up. You can utilize as a reaction, and you can use this to kind of diversify your options for offense or defense. Now, a quick note on equipment. Because fighters can use all types of weapons and armors, a very popular option again is going to be utilizing heavy armor, especially if you want to keep your dexterity at 10. Two-handed weapons are going to maximize your offense, or if you really want to go with a tanky role, you can do a one-handed weapon like a longsword and then utilize a shield. For multi-classing, fighters are very, very popular. I highly recommend, if you're going to multi-class into a fighter, choose that level 1. That way you're going to get the heavy armor proficiency. If you choose a level of fighter later on, at higher levels, you actually only get medium armor proficiency. So this is a great class for a 1-level dip, or you can do a 2-level dip for this class so that you can get that action surge and an extra attack situationally. So very, very versatile in a lot of builds, especially since you don't get any negative penalties to casting in heavy armor in this version of the system. So that's going to bring us to the end of my guide for the Battle Master. I hope this overview kind of helped you get an idea of how you may want to build your Battle Master fighter. I will be having other videos for the other subclasses and other classes. If you have any questions about the class, please do let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to answer any questions. As always, thank you for your support. If you want to see more BG3 content from me, make sure to drop a like, drop me a comment, and of course, if you'd like, please feel free to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.